Hello, I am Fernanda Paiva, Hitchhiking Stars, and I'm here to share with you some information about the coming new moon at 11 degrees Virgo. That's going to be happening on the 2nd or the 3rd of September, depending where you are in the world. So for people in Latin America, as well as in some places in North America, it will be happening on the 2nd. And for people in Europe, this new moon will be happening in the early hours of the 3rd of September. So depending on where you are, but between these 2 days, that's when this new moon is going to be happening, right after the new moon in Leo that we had last month. And after Leo season, obviously, we've got Virgo season. So as usual, there's some points that I'd really like to share with you. And let's start with the Sabian symbol for this new moon. So new moons, the start of a cycle, the beginning, with that fresh quality of planting seeds, setting intentions, thinking about the month ahead or the lunar cycle ahead and the things that we want to accomplish, but also using the flavors of that particular new moon to co-create with the universe. So that's kind of where we're coming from here. And the new moon, 11 degrees Virgo. So 11 degrees in the Sabian symbols, which is usually one of the things that I love to share with you when I'm here. 11 degrees Virgo, the imagery for it is an interesting one. It is a bride with her veil is snatched away. A bride with her veil is snatched away. Now, I think one of the key words here, is bride. For some reason, the word bride just really calls my attention. And the other key word here is veil. So the veil of the bride is being snatched away with the energy of this new moon. Now, we can think about this imagery in connection with a sense of unveiling in oneself, revealing oneself. So the veil gets snatched away and we show our true colors, we show our true self. This is something that I really like, especially because we're coming after Leo season. We, the last new moon that we had was in Leo because it was the Leo season. And a lot of the Leo season, yes, it's a great time, and some people can, really have a wonderful time. It's summer in the northern hemisphere, and it has a connection with partying and having fun and being playful, being in connection with the inner child. But one of my favorite things about Leo season do not have anything to do with these things, but with the journey towards authenticity. I think this is one of the greatest gifts that Leo as a life quality can give us. And so it's very, very interesting that the following new moon, like the first new moon right after Leo season, is connected to unveiling. It has an imagery of revealing our true selves, of showing our true selves. So I think what we can do here is to mix a little bit of the idea of Virgo, because this new moon is happening in Virgo, with Leo, because we're just coming out of Leo season, and so that idea of revealing our authenticity. So we can think about authenticity applied to little things. We can think about authenticity applied to every aspect of our lives, because Virgo has a very strong connection with a more holistic perspective. Even though Virgos can be really good at paying attention to details, we really try to have a more holistic approach to things and do little things every day rather than just an intensity, too much of anything. So there's a sense of searching for temperance and, that I think that idea of the medicine and the poison, the difference between the medicine and the poison being the measure. And I think this is an idea that's very much connected with Virgo. So something about our ability to apply authenticity to every little corner of our lives during this lunar cycle can be very much under the spotlight. And that's also connected and reflected by the fact that Mercury is in Leo. So at the time of the moment of the new moon, so I'm looking at the chart of the new moon right in front of me. So at the moment of that new moon in Virgo, the planet ruling of Virgo, which is Mercury, is in Leo. So it's recently turned direct again. Mercury was retrograde for the past 3 weeks before that. So Mercury is turning direct again, is moving forward, is at 23 degrees Leo. So we're really revisiting some Leonine things. And that Mercury went retrograde in Virgo. So it started with Virgo and we went backwards into Leo again. So again, there is that sense of uniting, aligning Virgo and Leo as well in this cycle, in this month of September. So how can we be authentic and serve? Or how can we make sure that the service we are offering is truly authentic? How can we make sure that where we're putting our heart into, which is very Leo, is also going to be beneficial to others? Virgo is also going to be of service to others. It's going to be useful to others. So there's a lot of that reflected by the imagery of the bride with her veil is snatched away, but also with the fact that Mercury is still in Leo as well. So there's a sense of no pretenses, no excuses, no hiding behind the veil, that this new moon Virgo is very much supportive of. We gotta come out as we are and be authentic with who we are, to ourselves, to others, to what we offer, etc. Have something more aligned. And this is something that I see very much connected with the archetype of Virgo as well, which has a lot to do with bringing what's within as essence into the world, forming that bridge as well. So that's the imagery for this new moon Virgo. Now let's have a look at the aspects. What are the astrological aspects in the sky? What are the planets doing with each other? Are they in a dialogue? Are they arguing with each other? Let's have a look. So one of the key flavors of this new moon here as well in terms of aspects is an opposition to Saturn. So we've got Saturn retrograde at 16 degrees Pisces. So there's a 5-degree orb opposition between the new moon and Saturn. So I think there's something there as well in terms of taking responsibility during this cycle, becoming very serious about our spirituality as well, our spiritual values, the things that we really believe in as well. I think the axis of Virgo and Pisces bring questions around service. So we've got day-to-day service, practical service, and we've got higher service with Pisces as well. So there could be questions here on how are we aligned in these areas of our lives. How are we managing, or how are we manifesting, how are we expressing these energies, these areas of our lives? And I think also that could be the universe asking us to be really responsible for what we set in terms of intentions as well. Are we really going to be committed to these intentions? Because commitment is a big word for Saturn. You know, taking something seriously, being mature enough, not really looking for immediate gratification. So there's a seriousness that this new moon cycle can also bring to the table, and the potential for creating something long-lasting. I think the Saturn aspects can bring us that gift of doing something slowly but surely, creating very, very strong, solid foundations in whatever it is that we're doing. Now, there are a couple of other aspects that I'd really like to share with you as well. So together with the idea of authenticity in Leo, we've got that Mercury in Leo, 23 degrees, like I mentioned, forming a trine to Chiron. So we've got a trine to Chiron Aries, and this for me is telling us, hey, heal your sense of identity, heal your sense of who you are, your authenticity, your self-expression, your ability to know what you want, to be expressive about it, and to be playful as well. I think, we're like is a trine in the element of fire. So that's an underlying flavor of this new moon. And then there are two more that I really want to mention. So we also have Venus in Libra conjoined the South Node in Libra. So Venus is at 5 and the South Node is at 6. And for me, this whole new moon, this whole new lunar cycle could have something to do with karmic baggage or karmic relationships, or something to do with the past as well that we might have to get in touch with. So an opportunity to be more authentic with the past, to reveal who we actually are, to let go of something as well throughout the cycle. Reminding you that September will also be the beginning of eclipse season. So with eclipse season coming in the second half of the month, we're really invited to step up and to really look into our lives and be ready to let go of something. So I think this new moon is already giving us the hint with that Venus in Libra in the South Node. And we can set intentions around letting go of people pleasing, letting go of not being sure of who we are, not being sure of what we want, being in codependent relationships or codependent situations as well, etc. So that's one that I really want to call your attention to. And the last aspect that I would like to mention here is Mars. So planet Mars is at 28 degrees Gemini and is forming an exact square to Neptune. So Mars and Neptune in square could prove to be confusing when it comes to action taking, when it comes to that sense of direction that I'm talking about healing throughout this month. So we might not be ready yet to take big actions, to, make huge decisions and focus on those decisions rationally. But we're certainly healing some of these capacities there and the potential, for standing up by ourselves. And also reminding that Mars Neptune can be a wonderful energy for meditation, for anything that has to do with spiritual discipline. So during this new moon, this new lunar cycle, we could develop and set intentions for more spiritual discipline, for doing more of the Neptunian things, paying more attention to our dreams as well, and different ways of gathering information. But I do feel that there is a lot of potential healing for our sense of individuality, our sense of authenticity, committing to that process, having positive discrimination when it comes to what we want to do, what we don't want to do anymore, letting go of relationships that do not work for us anymore, and all the sort of Libran flavors. And that's it, really. Get ready, because the eclipse season is coming. So this month is going to be a very, very transformative one. So I'm wishing you all a wonderful, beautiful new moon, a beautiful cycle, transformative and empowering, that you can make the most of these energies. And I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye bye now.